You are live. All right. Mm.
You gonna go first? I'll go first.
No, I give it 5 minutes,
All right.
and this is just when I share out the live. I'm gonna share it for my page and stuff. So, right. La, la, la. There I am. I'm live and I'm sharing it to my story. And then I'm going to come here and share it to my page. We are live. Okay. All right. Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So I'm going to give it a few minutes. It says one person is looking. That might be me. From Sharon, and we got another person. Oh, there's Larisha. Hi, Larisha. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. So, give Larisha. I hope you had a good Wednesday, Reesh. I hope the kids are good and everything. So, let's see, a couple more minutes. I'll tell you. Do you guys see Larisha's comment?
I do not.
You did not see it. Okay. All right. Let me do this. There it is. All right. Uh-oh. I lost Ryan. So he'll probably click back in. We'll get him back. Thanks, Arisha. Appreciate you. All right.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Ryan, I think Ryan may have got disconnected. So I'm just gonna message him. Up there he is coming back in. Which happens. That's why I get there you go.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how I can see the comments on my screen. All I see is my little.
Do you see Larisha Smith
Oh,
at the bottom?
No, that's okay. That's all right.
Flock, do you see it? Let me see if I type.
That's all right. Let's see. Oh, there I got it. I got it.
You got it?
I can't
Okay.
hear you.
Yep. I see it.
All right. So let me see. I don't want it to take over your face though. So let me see if I can move me over, comments over. You can't hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, we got that. Lost him. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. He couldn't hear me. Okay, so now he's gonna go out and come back in.
Okay.
Oh no. All right, here he comes. Can you hear us?
Yeah, now I can. I couldn't hear you at first. That's why I went back out and came back in.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah, I can hear you fine. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. First, guys, thank you for coming on. Oscar with Coco. So I've been doing this for a couple of months. Flock has been through. Ryan, I reached out to you. I did send some invites out. Everybody doesn't see it, or whatever. But I'm glad you were comfortable enough to come and join me on my podcast. It means a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So a lot of people are shy, but I appreciate it because I know that this is such an important topic, especially in our communities. I have seen we probably have mutual Facebook friends, guys, and we see a lot. Sometimes I see guys or women with a cup in their hand every picture, a cup in their hand in every picture. And that's not to prejudge anybody, because people be out here and people got things that's going on in their lives. So people party, and it is what it is. But sometimes, that can go so far, as you guys know, and turn into something else. So just wanted to talk about that. So thanks for coming on. Ryan, I'll let you go first. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Ryan.
Okay. My name is Ryan. I am an alcoholic. I've been sober. Actually, I just reached 11 years last Thursday. So, yeah, I'm born and raised in Alexandria, Virginia. Went to TC Williams, class of 92. Then graduated from James Madison in 96. And I've been in the IT. Yeah, I've been in IT, since 97. So, yeah, got 2 kids. One a freshman in college, one a freshman in high school. Been married to my wife for 26 years now, and we live in Purcellville, Virginia.
Great. All right, Flock, you're up, sir. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I do. My name Flock Murphy. Some of y'all know me as Luther Murphy. I'm from Alexandria. I've been sober for 16 years. As of February the 19th of this year, it's been 16 years for me. I'm a recovering alcoholic because I recover every day. I try to go through recovery every day, so it's constantly going. So we all know I got to be an alcoholic in order to be a recovering alcoholic. So, but that's that. And I'm just ready to start the show and start answering some questions.
All right. We got a couple of people that came in. Larisha's here, and who is that? Anita. Who is that? Anita. People be changing their Facebook name, and then I know who it is, and now I'm like, Anita. I'm trying to get her name. Thanks for coming in, ladies. Thanks for coming in. And so, I want to ask. I guess, Flock, I'll go with you. When did you first start drinking? Like some people, they have a story that they started when they were a kid.
Man. I mean, it's funny you asked that because I was telling a friend of mine that today. I started drinking when I was 3.
3.
I mean, because I grew up where I grew up at. I grew up in Can Valley, right? So, we always had house parties and stuff like that. So you see a beer on the table, you see your people drink, you're going to drink some of that beer, so you like it, and then, back then in them 70s, it's kind of crazy, so it was different than what it is now, a lot of parents, it was cute, it was cool, you know what I'm saying? So, but for the most part, yeah, I was 3 years old and I stopped when I was 38.
Wow.
I drank for 35 years, even when I, got out of prison, drank, I drank in prison, I made wine in prison. I'm going to drink, you know what I mean? So got out, did the same thing, but yeah.
Wow. 3 years old. What about you, Ryan?
I was 11.
11.
And I started drinking when I was 11. Not sipping.
Right.
No, I was a functioning alcoholic by the age of 12.
Right.
Wow. Okay. Ooh. So a functioning alcoholic to you, it looks like what? Just for people to know.
You can do your job. You can live your life. You're not in control all the time, but you can function. And functioning alcoholics are the worst alcoholics because they're in constant denial and they will get behind the wheel. They will do everything they can except take responsibility. And when I was 11, I would ride my bikes. I had a fake ID before I had a driver's license. Wow. So I would ride my bike to the pub, to the bar on Duke Street where I'd gotten in. So in the 80s and early 90s, those are the late 80s. As long as you didn't act like an asshole and you sat there and you drank your beer, and that's all I did. I smoked my cigarettes. I was a smoker by the age of 14. Wow. And so I'd sit there. I was going over to my friend's house to play video games. No, I was going down to the bar and I was drinking really shitty. What was that? That Foster's Australian for beer, right? That's what the big can.
The old cans.
Wow.
They had 2 types of beer on tap at the bar. They had Foster's and they had Miller Lite. So I had two shitty beers. Like, you don't know any different, right? I was
Yeah,
drinking
yeah,
for effect.
Right.
So I
right.
was 11. I was 11. To answer your question without going
Yeah.
back, I was 11 when I started drinking.
Wow. And I tried, I had of course uncles and like the older folks around and stuff like that drank, and they give the kids a sip or whatever, or you would sneak a sip. And I thought it was the grossest stuff. But I remember my first drink. I was probably about 5, and I snuck blue. Is it called Blue Bill? What is it? It has a bull on the front. I'm
Blue
showing my
Bull.
age.
Blue
There you
Bull.
Slits.
go.
Schlick. Yeah, Schlick. That was
Slick
Schlick.
small nigga bull.
Yeah.
Yeah, long liquor bull. That's I was just
That's
like,
the
oh
hood
my
beer.
god, yeah. I was like, this
Everybody
is
drink bull.
crazy. I didn't get it. I didn't know. Everybody seemed like they were having a good time. It was like in a social setting, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what adults do. And
Mm.
so, I guess for you guys, when do you think that it stopped being social?
I mean, for me, now that I have stopped drinking, I'm not judgmental or nothing like that. But now that I stopped drinking, I go places, I see how people drink. You know what I mean? So when I was like, damn, was I like that? But to answer your question, there's no such thing as a social drinker.
Hmm.
It isn't. I mean, if you're gonna drink or you're not. That's my opinion.
No,
Okay,
that's
It
well,
doesn't
teach
make any
us. That's
sense
what we're
because
here
it's first,
for. Yeah.
huh?
I said, go ahead, speak, teach us. Go ahead.
Because first it speaks as first it starts off as birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that. I mean, and then we sitting up there like we mentioned before. Everybody got the cup in their hand. So now it's turning into the kids' parties. Now, I mean, baby
Yeah.
showers. People drinking. When do they start drinking at baby showers? You know what I mean?
Right.
What kind of
Right.
problems do you have? You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna let you speak.
Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, just throw that
I mean,
out there. They
everything
have
now.
Chuck E. Cheese,
It's
the
everything
movie
is alcohol
theater.
related now.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's no such thing as really a social drinker. Either you're gonna drink or you're not gonna drink
Mm-hmm.
because
it's
you
just a matter of where you're going to drink,
right.
right?
But then you start sneaking drinks because you don't want people to know that you drink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you know what I
Wow.
mean? So hide the
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
smell. I mean, I met all types of people that,
Mm-hmm.
you're not drinking? I'm like, nah, I'm still on the street. So I can't be drinking. You feel what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking sends me to prison. So
Right.
I can try to social drink if I want to, but I love to drink. Once you start drinking,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. You know that. That's the
Yeah.
worst thing to get off of.
Wow.
You know,
I
it's the
remember.
worst to get off of alcohol.
Yeah. I remember a girl going to school. We'd be at the bus stop, and she would always have a cup with her. She would always have like a I don't know, the cup with the little top you pull up and you just drink. I don't know, it's like a squeeze bottle or whatever. And I thought it was water. No, it was vodka.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This
You'd be
is like
surprised,
high
man.
school, like you know what I mean? And I was
Yeah.
like, really? I'm
Yeah.
like, but I didn't think it was a problem back then. I mean, she was older than me, so I just thought it was cool, or whatever. Like, gosh, early in the morning, we was at what 7 o'clock in the morning,
That
but
sounds fun.
just
That
like,
sounds
oh
about
my
right.
god,
Yeah, that sounds about
yeah.
right.
Sounds
We was
about
drinking
right.
booze up at school. In the ninth grade, we drinking blue bulls in the bathroom.
Oh my, in the bathroom.
In the bathroom, I bring a 6-pack to school.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think even like back then people probably thought it was kind of cool, you were able to get it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you and your friends could hang out and go after school and smoke, drink, and it was cool, But at some point it became an issue. Like if you have like a timer or a thing, if your
Oh, we
phone
lose
is
you?
moving, it probably tries to shut off.
Is that me?
No, that's Flop.
Okay. Okay.
His phone. Like sometimes if you have a timer, I probably should have told you guys about that. Sometimes if you have a lock, a screen lock, it'll try to lock on you. If you just dare. But if you come out like he has and he has to come back in, that's fine. Um, so I guess Ryan, for you, when did you realize that it may be a problem? When did you realize that this may be a problem? Because you started at 11 years old.
It started to be a problem when I missed the birth of my son.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
was drunk. I was 3 sheets to the wind, and my wife was on bed rest at Fairfax, and I somehow I missed it, but so yeah. So I hauled ass. I remember I was drunk. I was doing 126 on the toll road, on the Dulles Toll Road. I do remember that. I was doing 126. I got to Fairfax right when I got in, and they'd already moved my wife, and my son was a preemie, so he moved to the NICU. So they like, who are you? I'm like, I'm the father. Like, well, what's his name? And I had to come up with a name.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow.
yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, so that was in 2011, but I still drank for 3 more years.
Yeah.
Hard.
Wow.
Hard.
Wow.
Hard. But as you Flock knows, when you're a parent, so I was a functioning alcoholic taking care of my kids. I would drink my wine, go through the motions, put them to bed, and then I'd pass out, get up, do it all again. And I would switch to vodka because vodka doesn't have any sugar in it, so it wouldn't give you a hangover. Also, can't smell it on your breath. You can put it in pretty
Oh,
much
no.
anything.
Ain't
You
that
can
something?
put vodka in anything.
Yeah,
And
coffee.
that's what we do. So
Learn the tricks to do it. Hey, Flock, I just asked him,
it was
when did you realize that it may be a problem? Like, when was that? When you were like, okay, because you started, like you said, 3. So
right.
at
I mean,
what
that's what
point was you like, okay?
to be honest with you, uh I knew it was a problem, but I just couldn't stop. I wasn't ready. So I did a bit. I did like 8 years, right? And so when I got out, I said I'm not gonna drink no more. But I drank for 3 more years, but I caught a charge.
Oh,
'Cause I
no.
was drinking. It was a
Mhm.
violent crime. So when I got out, the charges wouldn't give. They didn't get pro. They didn't get. I didn't get
Yeah.
charged.
Mm-hmm.
So I pretty much I didn't beat it, but no show, no come to court, no show,
Right.
it's like that.
Right.
So and then I still drank for another 2 months. Took me to January 2010. So and I was like, man, I ducked that one. I just did. I would have got life.
Yeah,
They would hit
yeah.
me with career criminal because that'd have been my third, fourth joint. Really, I supposed to have it 9. But they, and I just was like, man, I can't do this no more. So, and I
You don't
stopped
want to
just
go
like
back.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing myself go back. I'm ready to go back
Mm-hmm.
because and
Yeah.
yeah, and it's that was that. So I stopped then, and it was February the 19th. I didn't drink no more.
No more.
2010. That's it.
Wow. And I just want to say, like, the fact that you were just able to stop like that, a lot of people we know are not able to do that. It's a little harder
Yeah,
for them to do that. I mean, no judgment, either which
right,
way,
right. I mean, it's pretty much like I've always I did a lot of time. So, you got a lot of
Mhm.
time to learn yourself. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of meditating and reading and stuff like that. You can learn yourself. You know what I mean? So it's easy for me to stop things. It's always been like that for me to stop things. It's never been a problem for me to just stop. I caught myself a couple times going to the liquor store that I'm like, nah. And I turn back around, I go home, you know what I'm saying, sweat it out. And,
Yeah.
I got something to prove to myself.
Yeah.
That's for everybody else, you know what I'm saying? They gonna do
Right.
what they want to, you know what I'm saying? And as I look at it now, I'm like, damn, I was killing myself and didn't even know it, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But that's fun. Getting drunk is fun, it's ignorant fun, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
not to judge nobody though. Keep doing you, keep
Right.
drinking, keep
Right.
killing
Right.
yourself. That's what you want to do
Right.
it, but
Right.
I can't drink. That's why I stopped.
Right.
Because the attitude.
What about for you, Ryan?
um my last drunk was on March 9th of 2015. And the following morning, things just didn't taste right. I went to AA. Now I know AA is not for everybody, but for the first 5 years, AA got me sober. I'll say that.
Mhm.
I am a CIA. I'm Catholic, Irish, and an alcoholic. So I got three things against it, right?
Yeah.
But
Go inside.
yeah, AA. But I'll just say this: I tried a lot of. I tried to quit. I tried to stop drinking. I tried to cut back, but I'm an addict. Okay, I am an addict. It doesn't matter. I've been addicted to sugar. I've been addicted to porn. I've been addicted to caffeine. I've been addicted to sleeping pills. I've been addicted. I've been addicted. Right. I'm an addict. That's what we do. We use.
Yeah.
But being able to admit defeat and start over and try to rebirth, try to
Yeah.
live a life that's more meaningful, better for me, better for my family. Nothing ever bad happens by not drinking. I tell
Mhm.
myself, nothing bad can ever happen by you not taking that drink.
Right.
And I remind myself that. And it's hard now. It's really hard. There are going to be a lot of times in your journey through sobriety that you're tested. And like I'm tested every single day like flock. The urge to drink, that goes away.
Mhm.
Just the act, I got to get fucked up. That goes
Right.
away. But the need to escape, the need to run it's still there.
Yeah.
And I would just solve it by drinking. I'd solve it. Kids bother me, drink. Work shitty, drink. I'll just go pass out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
almost, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
just an excuse to drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh,
we all do it.
yeah, we do. We
or done it
do.
or
I
do
think
it.
I think that's something that people just do. But I
Yeah.
wanna welcome in tell you these daggone names. Uh thank you for Christopher Harris coming in, saying hi, my man Ryan. Do you guys see the
I can't
messages
see it.
here? There's Daima. She said Flock and Ryan. She's saying hey to you guys. She's proud of you guys. Um
Thanks.
So she
Yeah.
asked if you guys change your circle. Like when you made that decision, did you decide to go ahead and change your circle?
I mean, my
Best luck.
circle. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
Okay. I did, but see, my circle's never been big, so most of the same people are still there. You know what I mean? It's pretty much most of the same people are still there. It's just that and that's where a lot of my encouragement comes from. My circle that I have right now, Alim, my sister, my cousin, you know what I'm saying? Them, Tana, I helped her stop drinking. She almost got 3 years. And she did it.
Yeah.
I taught her the same way I learned. You know what I mean? So yeah. Just yeah.
hmm What about for you, Ryan?
Um, I don't know. It's like I lost. Look, drunks are you meet strangers in bars and you drink and you have fun together and all that. And I had a group of people that I ran with at the bar. I had my crew, and I stopped when I stopped drinking. I lost those guys, and to be honest, I don't care. I really don't. Like Flock, I have my support group now. I have the
Right.
people who have stuck with me after I quit. It's like the
Right.
people that look, the people that are going to stick with you are the people that you care about, and those same people see you struggling, and they're going to pick
Yep.
you up as well.
Yep.
Now, the people that I knew at the bar, no, I was just I was
Yeah.
another friend.
You like to
I
show
was
cheers,
yeah
Money.
you know?
yeah
I didn't even see them out. I didn't see them anywhere else but at the bar together on that
no
show.
yeah
You know,
Yeah.
that was just where the spot where everybody knows your name, where they're always
Yeah.
glad you came.
Yeah.
and
And
there really is. That was an Irish bar in Old Town called Murphy's.
Breakfast
I
Club.
had I had my own spot there, literally. For
wow.
4 years, I was Norm of Murphy's. And then I stopped going. And where's Ryan? Oh,
I
I
was running the
sobered up.
street.
Yeah.
Caught a
I was running the
charge.
street in the
Yeah,
hood, the
you
go
never
go,
started
No,
whatever.
I
drinking.
caught a charge, and yeah, he's trying to come up with a couple grand post bail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to get locked up drinking, and then I get locked up and call my little sister Yolanda. You know, I would never call my parents. I would
Yeah.
always call my little sister. You know what I mean? She got
Right.
tired of the shit. You know what I'm saying? She was like, damn, Dwayne, you gonna, what's up? You know what I'm saying? But she never ran from me to this day. You
Right.
know what I mean? She's still
Right.
there. Even
Right.
though when I'm sober, she never ran when I was drinking. She was
Like,
always there when
yeah.
I used to come home drunk at 11, 12 years old. You smell like wine. That's what she said.
Oh
But I'm like,
wow.
shut up. You gonna tell her me.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, but
No,
yeah, it's a journey. It's a good journey though,
Yeah.
And you got what, 10 years?
I got 11. Yeah,
You
11
got
years now.
11, man.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah,
get to 20, man, you're gonna
I'm
get
looking
it,
for.
man. Just keep going. Do what you
Yeah.
doing,
I hit
Yeah.
I hit 20 years of tobacco. I quit smoking in
See? Yeah,
2005. So
there you
I was
go.
able to, yeah, put that down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
There you go. Just
great.
alcohol, the same thing. It's just that sometimes you gotta, what you gotta do, man, you gotta like on a Sunday or something like that. Just take time to yourself, 20 minutes or something like that, and just think of what your whole week just went past. Think of everything that you could have done better. You know what I mean? You didn't pick up today, so that's good. You know what I mean? That's what matters,
Yeah.
number one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
To me,
Mhm.
I didn't pick up today. You know what I
I
mean? I don't
didn't. Yep.
care. I don't care what goes on. Long
Right.
as I don't pick up. Because it's off to the race. It's 20 times worse, not 10 times, 20 times. I turn into a whole different person. You know what I mean? So no. So and I deal with everything else afterwards. Because once you drink, you just drinking to numb yourself up. Once that numbness
Mhm.
go away, that pain's still gonna be there.
Yeah.
I,
The
Yeah.
pain's gonna be right there and it's gonna be even worse. Because you might wake up in a cell or you might not even wake up.
like
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's when the hard, when we quit, the first couple years were the toughest. And I can say that I know you already, and I can say I'm speaking on your behalf that the first couple years were the hardest because we had to relive everything. We had to
yeah,
retrain, we had to redo everything on how to live our lives.
that's the
Everything that
hard
we
part.
did, everything we did revolved around that drink.
Yep.
Everything. You could
Yep.
say in the morning, I'm not going to drink tonight, but by 4:30, you're in that liquor store and you're saying, I'm not going to buy. I'm not. And then you buy a little bottle, and then you're
Yep.
back there, and it's like it's a cycle. It's like that
Yes.
all the time. And
Right.
then
Yeah.
when you quit drinking, it sucks. It sucks
Right.
really because
Right.
it's hard. It's so
Yeah.
hard to quit
Yeah.
and stick
Yeah.
with it and just follow through with it. And then how do I live?
Yeah.
How do I take compliments? How do I take a
Right.
compliment? Because
Yep.
it's all been shame, right? It's all
You
been
know what
Yeah.
else?
shame.
You know what else? When I stopped drinking, I finally could taste what a Sprite tastes like with a 7 Up. I mean, you can taste your food. You
Yeah.
can actually taste your
Wow.
food. Cause it's like your taste buds and everything, they just gonna blossom, you know what I mean? But you can
Right.
taste
Right.
your food better because that alcohol, once again, it burns your mouth. So it's burning your esophagus and your taste buds and everything. But
Well,
So
not only
when
that, but we were using that as chasers, right? And
yeah,
Coca-Cola and a Sprite was nothing. It was just a chaser.
right.
So there's a TV show called something in Philadelphia. There's something, but
yeah.
it was a meme where Danny DeVito was like, they're at a party and they're like, all they have is mixers. It's just there's no alcohol. It's just mixers. And the sodas are mixers.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like I never understood Coca-Cola and Sprite and Dr. Pepper without alcohol. What's the fun? What's the
Right.
point of
Right.
that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
So would you feel, since you guys brought that up, right? They have mocktails. So when you think about the mocktails, it's like, what's the point of that? Like,
Yeah,
this was a good
non-alcoholic
nice
beer.
drink. Why do we
It's
gotta call it a mocktail? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
still trying to be like that close, but not really. Like to
yeah,
give you, like to make you feel like you're fitting in. Yours is a virgin, but
Yeah.
you're still social with everyone
Yeah.
else, and that way you're not feeling left out. Is that what that is?
I get the zero Heinekens. I might get those. Cause I
Mm-hmm.
love the taste of alcohol and it tastes like it, but there's no alcohol in it. You feel what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Or I
yeah.
don't, and they got all different types of liquors and stuff like that. Maybe you can get made from I can't think of it right now. You know what I mean? But ginger and stuff like that. Ginger. And it tastes just like alcohol. I'll watch the football game and drink that, you know what I mean? Like a drink.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to I'm not going to buy any alcohol.
No, I switched over to club soda and lime. And I
Yeah, that
kid you
was
not,
too.
that I crave it. Like that's my go-to in the evenings.
Yeah.
If I'll get my limes at Giant, and I'll get my club soda, and that's my go-to, man.
That's
Right.
what's up, man.
It is. That's what's up.
I mean, you guys said compliments. I'm going to compliment you guys because I think is fantastic because personally, I've lost people that I cared about. I had a cousin, and my cousin, he was in the military, and I think doing time, not doing that type of time, but just being in the military. A lot of time, those guys pick up those type of habits as well. And I mean, it was so bad for him. I want to say he passed away at 45. He was 45. And they told him, listen, like if you stop drinking, we got a liver for you. Like they were going to try to get him. He was a veteran. They're going to try to get him. He couldn't stop.
That's
He
the
just
hardest thing to
couldn't
get off of.
stop. And he was what, maybe 15, something like that, years younger than my dad, and he looked older than my dad because the alcohol and then affecting his liver, it took such a toll on him, and then he was gone, but I think a lot of people, they do judge, but they don't understand that this has been labeled as a disease. Like it has, I mean, even genetic, or I guess I don't know if that's the correct term, but sometimes it's in the family. Like
Yeah,
it's in
Oh,
it's
it is.
yeah.
It totally is. It
Because
totally is.
once you wake it up, and I tell my kids, don't drink.
Right.
I tell my kids, whatever you do, don't
Don't pick
drink.
up. Don't pick up.
Because if you do, it's
Yeah.
in you. You're gonna wake
Yeah.
that motherfucker up. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
gonna
yeah,
wake it up.
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
You're gonna wake it
I
up. And that's what happened
I
to me because it was in my family,
I I, I think
Passed
it's
down.
I think it's this is just me speculating, and they talk about alcoholism as a disease. I think it is a disease, but I think I think there's something bigger. I think it's the addiction that is within us. As I mentioned earlier, I was addicted to several different
right,
substances over the years, right?
right, right.
And and it just so happened that I did. I picked up alcohol at a very young age, and it stuck with me for 40, good Lord, 40, 40 years of drink.
Wow.
I say that 40 years,
40 years.
40 years of drinking.
I got 35.
When you look at those years, that's
Wow.
wild, right? Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
That's crazy.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
11 years of sobriety, right?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Fantastic.
That is
That's
what's up.
fantastic. To be
So
that 35 years and now 11, that's
I
great.
got
That's
16
fantastic. And
clean.
that's great.
Yeah,
Because I'm telling you, like we, as you know, there's some people they just can't do that.
right.
It's so crazy because my kid's father, he dealt with drugs and alcohol, and he I remember him calling me, telling me one of his friends had passed away, and I was like, oh my gosh, what happened? And I want to say this had to be like 2022, y'all, 2022. And he was like the drinking and this and that, and he had an accident, but they had found out that his liver was failing. So I think they suspected that, he just had given up hope. I'll put it that way, and had this accident. And then I was like, wow. And then I want to say like a year later or like 9 months later, he called me about another friend, and his liver was just gone. And then he passed. And these guys, I don't even think they were what, 40, 41, 42. You know what I mean? That's still really kind of, that's really young. They had
Well,
kids, you know what I mean? And they're gone. And it's
yeah,
like, it's so,
yeah.
and then, as Ryan, you may not know, but then my kid's father passed away of a fentanyl overdose the next
Um,
year. So it was like all three of them close friends. They all used to drink together, do everything together, and now they're gone. Like
Yeah.
that's just wild. You know what I mean? That's just wild. So when I see you guys like doing the thing, like that is so commendable because I know it's hard. Just life stresses, everything that comes with it. Look, they had that it was so silly that I think about it, but they had the earthquake. You guys remember that earthquake a couple of years ago?
2013. That was in 13.
Yeah. So I'm up in the freaking building. They done made us move up in there because we were getting evicted out of the other building. So we were like, it's not even finished construction yet. They're like, no, y'all going. So we in there, and that earthquake came, and that building started swaying, shaking, or whatever it was doing. I never ran so fast in my life. I was on the sixth floor. I was gone. Like on the cartoon, you see their legs rolling. I don't even think I felt the steps. And I got out there, and then I caught my breath and whatever, and we prayed. This is the trifling part, but we prayed, and then we couldn't go anywhere because Metro and stuff. Guess where we went?
To the bar.
To the bar.
Yeah.
Right to the bar, and I was like, "Dang, is that kind of how you gonna pray to go to the bar? You know
To the
what I mean?
bar.
You want to go back in that building,
Y'all pray. I
and
gotta get some new sins.
I went right over
Mhm.
there, and I got
Exactly.
me a margarita to calm my
Get the
nerves,
spirits.
Right. There
right?
Get
you
the
go. There it
spirits.
is.
To calm my
Huh?
nerves. That was my reasoning.
Yeah.
I was just scared this happened, and my reaction, God, I did pray to you, but guess what? I need something else. To just take off the edge. Take off the edge. And it was
Yeah.
a margarita.
I don't even
So,
think about drinking though. I really, even when I get upset sometimes, I don't think about drinking. I experienced death with a couple,
yeah,
people, that I really cared about, but I didn't I didn't even think about drinking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm so far gone now that it's like not even a thought anymore.
right.
Sometimes I forget that I'm getting how many years. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
The date get
Yeah.
close, I might see it on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Hmm.
Yeah.
memory. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta. It's the day of the
Hmm.
day or something like that. But I don't. I mean, if you could stop, anybody can stop it just if you want to, man. And
Yeah.
I see a lot of people like you were saying, I lost a good friend a couple years ago to drink cirrhosis of the liver, and another friend fell, hit his head drinking, he died,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, that's
it's
tragic.
he wouldn't
Yeah.
stop. We grew up with the dude, he wouldn't stop. It's just that and it's not having fun. And see, we look
Yeah.
at that as when we drink it, we're having fun. We're not having
Right.
fun.
Right.
We're not
Right.
having fun because that's not us. That's them
Right.
spirits. If you notice, every alcohol has a different name, different spirit.
Hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So there's different spirits. You're gonna act a different way off of every different type of alcohol. So
That's true.
it's not you.
That's
That's
true.
not you. That's your inner
That's
you. That's
true.
who you want to be. Try to get that person out of you without drinking. You can't do it. So
Yeah.
half these people that's out here drinking like that, tell me, yeah, I'm gonna try to
Hmm.
stop. I've been trying. No, you ain't. You ain't
Hmm.
trying. Just do it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling nobody what to do. I don't think I'm better than nobody. Oh, yes, I do. Because I stopped. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
do think I'm better than people that still
But
drink.
that's that step. You took that
I'm gonna
step
keep
to
it real.
stop.
I
Yeah.
took that step and showed and proved that I could do it. So yeah, I think I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Don't be offensive. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And
But you could be the same way. So this is
Go
how
ahead,
it
we,
Ryan.
is.
I think, to your credit, you did this cold turkey, and that's a testament to your willpower and
No
to
weakness, no
your
nothing.
no to no. It's a testament. I was not so lucky.
Right,
I to be blessed with that ability. It took me several times, several tries to get sober,
right,
and I tried your way, and I tried reducing, and I couldn't do it. And I haven't been to AA in a few years, but I'm still sober. But
right.
I'll say this: that for people that do need help, it is a phenomenal program, despite its misgivings. It is faith based, but you don't have to be a full believer in Christ or a higher power to buy into it. You just want to quit drinking and stick with it. And I
That's
think
it.
being around those people, especially in the early years, having a support group is so important. Um, I found myself, for lack of I was floundering. I didn't know what to do with myself when all of a sudden you're not drinking. I've got all this shit coming at me in every direction. How do I cope? Right? Nobody
Right.
teaches you these coping mechanisms when you're
Right,
drunk because you're always
right,
drinking.
right,
And
Right.
now
right.
you have stresses coming, and so yeah, AA. And look, I I I don't like pushing. I don't like go to AA because
Right, right.
Right.
I'm not, because I'll say this: AA is fundamentally flawed. It is, but the message that you can quit drinking, like you said, you can quit. It is.
Yeah.
You have to want to, and you have to be tired of. You have to be tired
What
of the
comes with
bullshit.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they I just want to give a shout out to some of the people in the comments. So Naima said her dad came home from Vietnam, the war with the heroin addiction. She said it didn't stick with him because he loved his alcohol more,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Another different addiction, right? And then sadly, she said her mom died from cirrhosis of the liver. She was a heavy drinker, and she was only a drinker for a few years, but she was a very, very heavy drinker. Um, Larisha said her dad was an alcoholic. I think it was a deterrent for her. She said that she just can't stomach the taste. So I wanted to say my grandfather was an alcoholic. And I never met my grandfather. I think he died like right before I was born, but it was like 12 kids in the house. They lived in the country and stuff. My mom was one of the younger kids, and she was able to come move up here from the country, South Boston, Halifax, Virginia, to her older siblings, right? So, because my grandma, I think she was still having babies at 45. So she had like, older siblings that was old enough to be her mom. And she came up here to Alexandria to, finish off. But down there, she was like, her dad would just shoot in the house, No, thank God no one ever got hit, but they would just run out into the field and stuff like that out of fear of
Right.
him like really hurting him. And she's like, she told me, don't get a drunk. You don't want to, have kids, you know what I mean? And be
Mm-hmm.
around that because it's so
Right.
toxic and all that stuff. And so it's just crazy. And I think a lot of people, they may not even come out and admit it, of course, but they're
Right.
going through that. I know
Yeah.
women, they want to be like, I got a man, and then it's all for show.
It's like
It's
this. If
all
you
for
got a
show.
man, your man not gonna see you out there like that if he care about you. You know what I mean? And see, a lot, like I said, that goes back to what we said earlier about people think it's fun. It's not fun. Because it leads to
Hmm.
health issues and stuff. People think because they eat good, then they want to turn around and drink alcohol. Or if they exercise, but they still drinking alcohol, you're defeating the purpose. You're
Right.
defeating the whole purpose. You know what I'm saying? So just stop it. You know, that's my thing. You
Yeah.
know, just try
Yeah.
it.
So that's interesting that you brought up AA, and I guess there's some stereotypes or some things that people feel about AA. I didn't know. I didn't even know it was really faith based. I know
Yeah.
there's like a lot of secrecy to it, but I do think
No, there's not a whole lot of secrets to it. That it's just you got to go. Okay, if you do, and I'll just say your routine is going to change, and this is again opening the door of AA. It's not mystical, right? It's people that want to quit drinking. That's it. You want to quit
right,
drinking? Go to AA. Sit in that room. Listen to what people have to say. People like myself, people like Flock have experience and you can lean on. And I think that's part of the problem is the negative stigma attached to
yeah,
recovery programs, right? I'm not an addict. I can't go to AA. It's anonymous, right? Because no one likes
right,
to be labeled. I'm proud to say I'm who I am. I'm a
Yeah.
drunk.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right,
It's who
right,
I am.
I
It's
mean,
no
people know
different
you. It's
than
not
me
like
being,
nobody know you,
yeah,
you know?
I'm Irish. I'm an alcoholic. I'm bald. And these are things I can't change, right? But I
right.
can change. I can change what I do tonight. I can change what I do tomorrow.
Right. You got to
Yeah,
see change.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Do you
self-control,
guys?
right?
I went on this. I was trying to lose some weight, right? Lose some pounds because especially after chemo and stuff, I was so inflamed and I was heavy. And so they're like, I mean, that could be another addiction. People have food addictions,
Yeah.
emotional. You
Absolutely.
had a
Yeah.
bad day. I'm like, I want me some crab legs, right? I think
Right.
Flock. I think you was over here one time. I ordered me. I was waiting on my order for my but I didn't have a bad day, but I just wanted the soup oil. You know what I mean? But people, they do stuff like that. But I remember trying to lose this weight, and they were like, "We're going to give you this some type of pill," and they said this is something that alcohol people who are alcoholics also use. So apparently, there's some drugs out
Hmm.
here that people can take to help, I guess, wean. I don't even know if that's the right word. I'm not trying
Yeah,
to be
that's the
offensive.
right
I don't
word.
know, wean them off of the alcohol or wean them off of the cigarettes. Is that anything? Well, Flock, you stopped cold turkey, but Ryan, did you like have anybody like doctors or anything saying, "Hey,
Yeah,
try
I did
this"? Or
that. Yeah, that was I tried that back. It's a shortcut. Look, it's a
What's
shortcut.
the name of it?
I can't remember the name of it. It's just
It's a pill.
it's a pill that makes you burst ads. It makes you allergic to alcohol. It it's you take a pill and you can't. It'll make you violently ill when you drink.
So that
But
was
that
the side
doesn't.
effects.
Yeah, that was a side. That's a side effect, right? You take that and you. I don't drink, but you're just going to throw up. No, you'll still find a. You'll still find a way, right? You'll still find a way to drink. Maybe
mm-hmm.
you drink twice as much. I don't know, but
Yeah,
you'll find a way. It's a shortcut. It really
yeah,
is. I
yeah. I
think
was
that
like,
if you really want to quit, make the effort. Really make the effort. Don't go see a doc. The doctor's going to say the same thing. I could
Yeah.
prescribe you something,
Yep. Now
but
you
that's
hooked
just
on
gonna,
that.
yeah. Go get
wow,
help. Go get
right.
help. Go get help if
Self
you need it.
control. Learn
Yeah.
self control. Learn self control.
I'm
That's
gonna
what
get a
I
little
have. I have a
personal.
lot of self control. Huh?
I'm gonna get a little personal, but I'm not gonna get extra deep. Do
Uh-oh.
you guys feel like your addiction or in things that it affected your kids in any way,
Oh,
or like your
absolutely.
personal, like intimate relationships?
Yeah, absolutely. I
Like
can
how did you?
absolutely. I don't have as big a family as Flock does. But I was fortunate that my son never saw me drink. My daughter did. My
Yeah,
daughter saw me passed out on the floor. My daughter woke me up, and she was 6, right?
yeah,
6 years
yeah.
old, shaking up. She thought I was dead.
Mm,
Can't wake up, daddy. Can't wake up, daddy.
yeah,
My
yeah,
wife's at the my wife's a doctor. She's at the hospital, and my 6-year-old calls the mom. The mom's delivering a baby, and all of a sudden the daughter can't wake up the dad. So what do? They sent an
yeah.
ambulance, right?
Ooh,
Yeah.
mm-mm,
No, I was fine. I was just drunk, passed out on the
yeah.
floor. Way
Mm,
to Father of the Year award right
right,
there.
right, right, right. Well, look, you're the father of the year. I mean, you did what, 11 years?
I
Yeah,
was at the time,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
self appreciation is part of my who I am. So
yeah. Definitely got to give yourself grace. You got, and I know looking back sometime, definitely got to give
yeah,
yourself grace.
yeah.
So, like, how about you? You lay it all back with your hands on your face?
Nah, yeah. Yeah, because when you drink, you make bad decisions.
Yeah,
You make bad decisions. So my four oldest kids, they I was in the streets, I was drinking, I didn't even know I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about
yeah.
myself, you know what I mean? So they in and out of prison, almost their whole
Hmm.
life and everything like that. So you're not thinking about my kids or nothing like that. And then they all grown with kids now. But when I came home in 2006, I made it right.
Yeah,
I still drank for a little bit, but I made it right with them. So the ones I got now, they never really seen it, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because
yeah.
they're not in, which I'm glad, but I
Right,
always tell them,
right.
yo, don't drink, man, because it's in you. If you drink, you going to prison. And
Yeah,
I tell them
yeah.
like that because it's coming out of me, so I know
Right,
you're not
right,
built for jail, dude. You know what I'm saying?
right,
You gotta always throw it at people.
right.
Your kids like that, man. Especially dad was old drunk down the street or whatever, at the club, whatever, he at the bar, whatever.
Hmm.
You can't drink, dude. So yeah,
Yeah,
it messed up my kids. I know it did. It messed me up. After I
yeah,
got clean. You think about it sometimes when you drink. I'm trying to do right by my kid, but then you start drinking and you make that one bad decision that can send you away for
yeah,
8 years. You know what I'm saying, or
yeah,
10 years. I did.
yeah,
I did. I did
yeah,
20. I drank for 35 years. I did
yeah.
20 years. 19 years. I did 19 years.
Right,
In
right,
three bits, I did 19 years back
right.
to back to back. Home for a year, make a
Mhm.
baby, go back to prison. Make a baby, go
Mm,
back to prison, gone 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Make two babies, gone for 7 years and 10 months. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah,
So that
yeah.
cycle had to
That's it.
stop. And it was
Right.
just the alcohol. So
Wow.
yeah,
You
it
got
affected
Wow.
my kids and
broke
my
that
family.
cycle, man. You broke that cycle.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
say, yeah, you still here because it could have been like we already shared. It could have been way worse. It could have been
Right.
way worse. You could have
Driving.
got in a car
Yeah.
and took yourself out and somebody else out. You know.
Yeah.
No,
Driving.
I drove drunk all the time. You do like this because you can't focus on both eyes. So you drive with one eye open because I
Yeah.
can't.
Oh
You see
God!
with two
Yeah.
eyes and it's blurry. So you close with one eye. And
Just like this.
take
Wow!
Yeah. I've
take
been
the
So
back
there.
how
roads
long
home.
you been
Take all the
driving
back
around
roads
like this?
home.
Oh my goodness!
I had a Z and it was in right before I went to prison in 90, 89, no, 90, 99. And we was drinking. So we were trying to hurry get to Mike's liquor store. Me and my little
Across the
bro
bridge.
Ron, Ray. We cut the lights off at Woodrow Wilson Bridge. And I hit it. I just hit the Z, just gone. Ow! We got it. We got the Mike's liquor store in like 3 minutes, three to 5 minutes, dude.
Wow!
Just the little stupid stuff like that. You know, we ride with the lights out. I'm just gunning it.
I know.
Really?
I know Mike.
Stupid.
I
Stupid.
know Mike's. Everybody knows Mike.
Nice. Yes.
Driving
And
Stupid.
you
across.
had
Yeah.
ID, so you could get in, and so you
Oh
can
yeah.
just
Just drive up. Just
drink.
drive in. Yep. Just drive right up.
Yeah, we all did it. And I think back about those fake IDs, y'all. Come on, the
I never
tax
had to
place.
use one because I always had a beard. I was
Oh,
buying beer up in Oakwood Apartments at 14. I'm buying
oh
six
wow,
packs
wow,
because I had hair
wow.
on my face and the people
No,
didn't care in the store.
I had to go to God, there's a shopping center in Fox Chase. There was a like not the shoppers food. There's a Fox. I used to go to Fox Chase, and there's another little mini mart that I used to go to get mine at the age of 15,
Hmm,
14, 15.
Yeah,
wow.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. There, you come up with some pretty.
Oh, you
Gen-
find the
Yeah,
spots.
y'all
oh, you
creative.
find
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
find
Yeah,
creative,
you
find
find
yeah.
the
friends.
spots.
You know where you can get it from,
Yeah,
and
I
all
know
that
who to
stuff.
go to. And see, I was cool with a lot of my dad's friends growing up. So as I got older, you know, I'd be like, hey man, buy me some beer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
before I started buying it, so I ain't buying your ass no beer, but they'll buy it. Don't tell
The
your dad.
village,
Don't tell your
the
dad.
village.
I ain't gonna say
Yeah,
nothing, man.
hmm the village. You gonna talk? Yeah, them village.
What?
Well,
What?
wow, wow, guys, thanks for sharing your stories. I mean, I'm learning stuff here, and I mean, Flock, you brought up something good too. So, Ryan said the vodka was his thing. Um, what was yours? Like, I
I
can't
like
remember what you said.
I like Remy and Heineken
Dark.
and Red Stripe.
Oh my God.
You beer
Ice
man,
House.
beer
Yeah.
man,
Okay,
Yeah.
beer
beer.
man.
Okay, and
Yeah.
wine, Ryan. I would say
I ain't
wine.
drinking wine.
So, Flock,
I
go
would
ahead.
I would go through 2 bottles of wine a night, 2 bottles of wine, and then like 4 or 5 wine coolers in one night. So 2 bottles of
Wow,
wine, at least 2 bottles of wine a
wow,
night.
I ain't
wow,
drinking wine.
Oh yeah,
wow.
dude. I'll just want white wine. And
Yeah,
then I started after that, I switched to vodka because that was cheaper.
right.
You go, yeah. And that's when you start going to the $5 for a gallon of vodka.
Woo.
That's when you know you rock bottom.
Yeah,
The
It's time to quit.
nastiest
That's the
stuff.
bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
I thought the bottle was booze. No, not booze. What is it? Mad Dog?
Man,
It
hey, that was
Yeah.
when I was
wasn't
drinking. That was like 12 and 13. I was drinking that.
I was
that
drinking Mad Dog.
was
Yeah.
We
Mad
used to get out
Dog.
that
And what's the
warehouse
other
on Duke
one?
Street.
Yep.
Red
And
Out,
Cisco.
Out
Cisco. We used to
Road.
drink Cisco. Orange Cisco.
Yeah,
On Cisco.
Yep. Boone's Hill.
I
That
ain't drink
Boone.
that.
yeah,
I ain't like that. I ain't like
Oh,
wine,
yeah.
man.
so
I ain't
Yeah,
awful.
like no
wine.
wine. Wine ain't do nothing for
Yeah,
me. Wine didn't do nothing for me,
right.
man.
Wine
I
was it's
had a
real
liquor.
sneaky. I
Huh?
always felt like it was a sneaky drink, wine, because it's tasting
Yeah,
good. You
yeah.
got really, and then next thing you know, you're just like you're done. You're like, oh
I
my
ain't like wine.
gosh. Yeah, it's a
I ain't
different
drinking
type
wine.
of. I do agree that different drinks make you feel a certain way.
Yeah, it's different
The
spirits.
white would, I mean, it would for me. I feel like I was violent. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
darker. I was
for
more
sure.
chilled and relaxed. You know what I mean?
For
And you'd be like,
sure.
oh, somebody's off that white or somebody's off that dark. Like it
Yeah,
just depends on who you were
yeah,
and how you
yeah.
acted.
It's
So
Yep.
different
yeah,
spirits.
jail. Yeah,
That's what they call it,
definitely.
spirits, don't they?
Yeah,
It's different spirits.
yeah, yeah.
And that tequila spirit.
The Irish.
Yeah, tequila was bad. Tequila was my fighting drink. I
You
would
went to jail.
bad things. Yeah, bad
Yeah,
things would happen. I
yeah,
got into yeah. Let's
yeah,
move
yeah,
on. Let's move on.
yeah. And I've seen it. I've seen it in some of my family members and stuff, and I just pray for them. I know some of them have they've had great loss, and things like that. So I understand, but I definitely pray for them, and I hope that they can get to a point that they handle things differently. Did any of you? Well, I know Flock, you stopped, completely and stuff. But did you guys ever seek any like therapy, like outside of A and stuff like that? Did you do
I did.
therapy? You did.
I
Okay.
tried it.
You talking about because I stopped
I
drinking?
tried it. I
Regular
tried it,
therapy.
but it was the same thing, that I talk about in AA, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
therapy, so for me, it was, going to talk to my doctor. Okay, you've got unresolved whatever. You go talk to
Right.
this guy. So I go talk to that
Yeah.
guy. That guy's, oh, here's a prescription. Here's another. That doesn't
Mm,
solve the problem.
right. Right.
It doesn't. It
Right.
doesn't solve the problem. You're covering it up. You're
Right.
masking it by using another product. Get to the root of why are you're an addict, right? Why are you drinking? Okay,
Right.
let's change that behavior. And that's
Right.
all, just changing your behavior from something that's inherently destructive to something a little more positive. You got to find out what that is, but
Right.
you got to learn how to live again.
And even just what you spoke about, learning how to cope.
Yeah.
You know, they need to like. I mean, I have never been for therapy for any of this stuff, but I would think that they should be trying to teach people how to cope outside of writing a pill.
They
Giving them a
don't.
pill or prescription.
It's a business.
Because
That,
how mm,
It's just
that's
like the
crazy.
doctors. It's a business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Oh.
mean, it's like I said, man. It's a business. It's all a
Yeah.
business. I never went to therapy after I started drinking. I didn't need therapy. I knew what I was tired of going. I was tired of going to
yeah.
jail.
Yeah.
So that's what it
Yeah.
was. So I didn't want
I,
to go
Good
back.
telling me
yeah.
right
I
there.
don't
I
even
ain't
talk
going
to
back to
nobody to stay
jail.
out of
Yeah.
prison.
Period.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's spot on, because after I got sober, I didn't go to therapy. Right. It was only when I was drinking was I going to therapy. And that was
Mm,
to figure out, okay, we have a whole litany of
right.
unresolved childhood trauma that could relate, okay,
Right.
the fact
Right.
still remains is no matter what the fuck is going on in here, I'm solving it by drinking.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
that doesn't solve shit.
Right.
Right.
Coming.
Right. Right. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for coming on and sharing your stories. Like I really, really enjoy hearing this, and I hope people that have tuned in and people who are going to be watching this definitely get something out of it. So I guess, in the end, I guess what advice or what would you say to somebody who is going through what you guys went through? Like, advice would you give them?
You're not going through anything that somebody else hasn't gone through before. What you're dealing with is not unique to yourself. There is no shame or ignore the stigma about getting help, because clearly you cannot function, you cannot do this by yourself. You are struggling. Go get help. It's there. It's and look at Flock and I. We're perfect examples of how you can live your life after crawling out of a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah.
The only advice I got to give is try to first learn yourself, because self comes first. First learn yourself, because like I said, you can have all the money in the world, but if your health is bad, you should
Mhm.
it doesn't make you're useless. You know what I mean? So if you are trying to stop, if you do have to go to meetings, go to a meeting once a week or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Try to gain willpower, self confidence. You know what I mean? And it'll help build your confidence. You know what I mean? So just you know get some help if you need help. Talk to people. Admit it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop being in denial. You're not going to
Right.
stop until you admit that you have an issue. It could be a sex issue, a alcohol issue, drug issue, whatever. Once you admit
Yeah.
it, then you can stop it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just use your brain. That's all.
All right. All right. So let me go ahead and give y'all this real quick, and then we're gonna get ready and head on up out of here. Let me say. Congratulations, guys. We're proud of you. It's so many comments, and you guys are always come off here and come back and look through all the comments. Everybody is some questions I didn't ask because you guys were already talking and explaining it. But definitely a lot of love for you guys in the comments. So if you guys have any other topics that you guys want to talk about ever, let me know and I
All
can
right.
put you guys back up. Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank
day.
Thank
you.
you.
All right, y'all.
See
All
you.
right.
Nice
Bye.
meeting you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.